Okay, what we're going to do now is construct a 90% confidence interval for a proportion P. And this is going to work a lot like we did for the mean. Okay, what you have to start out with is some information for you there. You need to have an x, which is a number of successes. You need to have n, which is your sample size. And that's pretty much all you need to compute this, other than knowing what this percentage they have up on this confidence interval statement is. Once you know those three numbers, you can go ahead and compute this pretty simply using your calculator there. So what we need to know to do this is the number of successes. Well, I've made up some data over here, and that's what you have listed here. And an S stands for a success, and F stands for a failure. That's not really how your data would necessarily look, but it might look like this. But if we look at this, we will find out that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 successes. Okay. And our sample size is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. Our sample size is 16. So we're going to use that to construct this thing called a 90% confidence interval for a proportion. And remember that proportion, the symbol is that lowercase p. The way you can do that using your calculator is you can go under Stats. You can go over to where it says Tests. And if you scroll down enough, you're going to get to something that's called a 1propZInt. Okay? The int stands for interval. The z is something I'll explain in class. The 1 on there is talking about there's just one p. You'll see later on we're going to sometimes have two p's. Okay? But the way you're going to go ahead and make this thing called a 90% confidence interval is you're going to choose that 1propZInt. And it gives you there an x, your number of successes was 12, your n, which is your sample size, of 16. We need to type in our confidence level, which in this case is 90. But if it was 95, we'd type in 95. If it was 45, we'd type in 45% there. Whatever the percentage is that goes in front of that confidence interval is what we type in for that C level. And we go down and we say calculate. And what we get out of that is something that says 0.57194 and 0.92806. Right? You'll also see some other things in there. You'll see a p hat. Not that that's part of the answer for this. That's because this wants the confidence interval, which is this thing, these two numbers. But you'll see a p hat in there, a sample proportion, which is, if you remember, that's just x divided by n. So that's 12 divided by 16. Okay, so that's one way you can go about making these confidence intervals. I'll show you the formula for doing this in class. Okay, have a good day. Bye.